What's up, everybody? 32 Icon here. I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm doing well myself. Please go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. In good faith that it will continue bringing you great content. Oh, and I'm just another YouTube personality, so take what I say with a grain of salt and do your own research, okay? All right, so this is not going to be a long video. This video is going to be short because the bottom line is the Glock 48 is amazing. Point blank and period. Okay? I don't know what else to say. So I guess I'll just go ahead and wrap this video up. All right. No, I'm just kidding. Listen. Okay, so it took me a long time to appreciate the Glock 19. And once I did, I was like, okay, now I understand why Glock is Glock. But then when this bad boy came to market and I got my hands on it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, the profile is thinner. It fits in my hand better. It doesn't feel blocky. For some reason, and I don't know why, I think the grip angle is still the same, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. I want to say it's still the same. I just want to say it's thinner. But due to that, the ergonomics of it feels better, unless I just acquired a taste for this particular firearm. But I know that I had issues with the ergonomics on the 19, which is why I did not like Glock initially. But picking this pistol up and putting it in my hand, it just feels good. Will I say it has a natural point of aim for me? I don't think I can go that far. I know MMP and CZ does. Immediately once I pick it up, it has a natural point of aim. But I will say that the Glock 48 is very close. The Glock 19, of course, I had to get used to that, that point of aim, but it wasn't a natural point of aim once it came out of the box. But I did get used to it. But this pistol is phenomenal. I think the only thing that will make it better is if it had ambi controls. Now, I think I can switch the mag release button over. I just don't feel like playing around with it anytime soon, but I may eventually do that. But I wish there was a slide lock on this side of the firearm so that it's ambi for me. And of course, if it had better texturing on the grip where I wouldn't have to put on Talon grips to make it, feel good in my hands and help me get a great grip on it. Nonetheless, I don't mind the Talon grips. I just think that those couple of changes would have made it better. We've been asking Glock for years to change the sights. On a couple of their firearms they did, and actually if you got the upgrade to the 48, it did come with the Mariglow sights. I did not get the upgrade. I just got the regular 48 and I put the sights on it myself. So, listen, I don't know what else to say. I might just hurry up and cut to some video of me shooting, because the bottom line is the gun is amazing and it shot well for me. At one point, of course, this is always with Glock. I feel like, I don't know if you can see it in my thumb, but if you notice right there, that after shooting about 200 rounds through it, it did kind of aggravate me right there. But I don't think that is a Glock issue. I think that is a me issue. Although I prefer the beaver tail on the Glock to be a little longer to prevent that. Nonetheless, I've noticed that with all of my Glocks. The 19 over time, definitely the 17, and this have done it as well. So maybe it's a me thing, because I ride my hands so high and my fingers are large. But other than that, the trigger felt good. A lot of my shots are to the right, and that has nothing to do with the firearm. That's definitely me. It's something in my trigger finger that is pulling my shots to the right. But if you look at my groupings are pretty good. Now, there are some shots that are a little lower to the right of the target, and that's when I start shooting one-handed. So I have to really practice one-handed. But as far as my grouping, I think my grouping is pretty decent. And I think I was shooting about 12 yards out, 13 yards out. with this. And again, I put 200 rounds through this, and I just really enjoyed every single round that came from this firearm. Now, there was one issue. At some point while I was shooting, it happened to me twice in 200 rounds. My slide locked back on the 9th round. I thought it was just like a glitch. Like, I'm like, huh, like maybe I did something. Maybe I was riding high. But I ride all my Glocks high, and they never lock back on me on the 9th round, which is really not supposed to do, period. And on the last round, my slide always locks back. Whereas on my 365, it did not lock back on the last round because my hands were really high. So I was riding that slide release or slide lock. But it did it, and I was like, what was that about? So I took the mag out, you know, and then I inserted it again, and I fired the last round, and it fired perfectly. Then after about, I don't know, like 110, 115 rounds, it did it again. It locked back on the 9th round with rounds still in the magazine. It wasn't a chamber round. It locked back, and literally it was seated in the magazine. So I dropped the mag, I inserted it back, I slingshot it forward, and it fired. So I want to say it has something to do with the mag. Maybe I have to break in the mag. But I didn't have a marker with me to mark the mag that it was having issues with. So I would have to bring it back to the range to see if it's that particular mag, or if it's something going on with the firearm, or what. But that has never happened to me before, never with Glock. It wasn't a big concern. I just chalked it up to it being a brand new magazine. I could be wrong, but it really was weird that it locked back on the 9th round with the last round seated in the magazine. So I will investigate that more, but listen, I don't know what else to say. This firearm is amazing. Once I fix that issue with the magazine and find out if I just need a new mag or what needs to happen, I'm not sure. But once I figure it out, this, dare I say it, I can't even get this out of my mouth. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this might replace my VP9 SK. Did I just say that Glock anything will replace my VP9 SK? For you guys who have been watching these videos, you know that I love that VP9 SK. It's been my carry piece for a long time now. Well, since I've been carrying, it hasn't been like for years or anything, but I would probably say for the last year or so. It's been my carry piece, and occasionally I'll switch off for another piece, but and my CZ75 P01 is my favorite compact to shoot, but I haven't had enough time behind the trigger to put it on my hip. And neither have I with this. I'm just saying that I'm gonna put some more rounds through it. And if it's working perfectly fine, then I might replace this for the summer rather than putting the P01 on my hip. I don't know. I'm torn. I'm going to be feeling some type of way if I have to take the VP9 SK off my hip to replace it with this. I don't know. I'm going through all these emotions right now in front of you, but I will have to figure it out. And of course, I will definitely let you guys know what I decide. Of course, I have to. But anyway, listen, check out the remaining of the video of me firing this awesome piece. And let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know if you shot this already, how you feel about it, what your friends had to say about it. But right now, I absolutely love the Glock 48. Period. I just love it. If I can just figure out a way to hold it where I'm not rubbing it up here, you can see the mark. When I get closer, I gotta figure something out. I think it's just me, but once I figure it out, then this is gonna be my main squeeze. Now, again, that mark didn't come until after about 150 rounds or so. And it could just be because I have to get used to a thinner profile. I'm not sure, but it didn't bother me enough to say, oh, I'm not gonna carry it. But it's noticeable, you know, after I shoot 150 or so rounds, but not enough to say, oh, I'm not gonna carry it. Absolutely not. I'm definitely carrying this. So I'm gonna put some more time behind it. I'll let you know my final thoughts on whether this is going to replace the VP9 SK or not. And if I do replace it, then you will know why. Because this, and look at it, it looks good, right? Glock used to be ugly, but I don't know, it's come a long way. And maybe it's the bob cut. All right, well, anyway, I said this video is gonna be short. I think it's a little longer than what was intended, but you get the point. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys are treating one another with kindness, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Peace.